ladies, guys, whoever, whatever you like. If you like body, check out this movie because Jonathan Majors is serving body. 10 out of 10.
I gotta go to the gym. What is good, everybody? It's the Casual Consumer coming to another video. This is for our spoiler-free movie review of Creed 3. Yes, guys, we watched Creed the other day, and we tried not to talk too much and get each other's opinion on the movie.
We tried.
Since we saw the other night. So, but we were here, we saw the movie, and first off, this movie was directed by Michael B. Jordan. Props to Michael B. Jordan. Starring Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson, and Jonathan Majors, our guy.
Yeah, our guy.
My
guy.
Okay. Our guy, Jonathan Majors.
Our guy.
Not your guy. Our guy.
Okay.
Not our guy. Anyways, we're getting lost in the sauce. Anyways, what did we think about the movie? I guess we already know what you think about the movie, right? Jonathan Majors?
I think he stole the show.
All right, okay. First off, let's go in order. We're getting ahead of ourselves here. What did you think about the overall movie, the overall story? Like, how did you feel about this movie?
I mean, but obviously we both enjoyed it very much. We're very excited to talk about it, but you first. Tell me what you're...
So for me, ultimately, I thought it was a good movie. And once again, I'm going to try not to have any spoilers in this review. We're going to do a spoiler review later on.
Yeah.
But right now, no spoilers. So no, everybody don't worry. All right. So overall, I thought this movie was well done, especially for this being Michael B. Jordan's first, what is it called? Directorial debut. I thought he did a really good job.
Same.
I like it had a different feel to me than the other two Creed movies. Mm-hmm. I felt like the other two Creed movies were more so focused on the actual boxing matches, along with some story, but it kind of felt flipped in this movie to me. Like it was more so focused on the story aspects of Michael B. Jordan's life, his childhood, his friend that he grew up with was played by Jonathan Majors' character, of course. And the boxing was kind of secondary. It was kind of like a conduit to further tell the story or add more stakes to the story.
Yeah. Because
of what boxing meant in Jonathan Majors' life and what it meant in what it ended up meaning in Michael B. Jordan's life. Basically, the life that the other Jonathan Majors' character wanted or didn't, and Diamond Dame didn't get. So I loved how that all meshed together.
Yeah.
I did have some key issues with some of the story.
We'll save
it for the spoiler review. There was a few things that really kind of grinded my gears a little bit, but it's not nothing with the story. Okay, I'm just say this one. For me, I just have a pet peeve about characters that are deaf in movies, shows, whatever. When there's too much sign language going on and you have to read so much on the screen, I'm out. So there was a little bit too much of that for me in this movie, but ultimately it wasn't a big thing. It was a fairly small part of the movie, but ultimately I enjoyed the movie. It was good.
Yeah, I agree. I love the movie. I do love the story that they told about the brotherhood with Jonathan Majors' character and Michael B. Jordan's character. I think that was probably the best part of the movie was the story about their brotherhood and how Jonathan Majors' character wanted to finally live his dream out to some degree. And how Michael B. Jordan's character was going to support that. But the deaf part didn't really bother me at all. I think we've talked about this a few times. I thought that was actually a really interesting part of the storyline, and I actually like that a lot of storytelling nowadays is including that piece, because there are so many like deaf people
are there though? It's a small fraction of the population. But go ahead.
I mean, what are your facts?
It's a small part. So you think the majority of people on this earth are deaf?
I didn't say majority. I said it's a lot of people.
In the grand scheme of things, it's still a very small minority. This is what we talking about here.
So we shouldn't talk about deaf people's experiences?
I'm not saying that.
So what are you saying?
I'm just saying, in a movie, it kind of takes away from me.
For you?
When it's going on for too long.
No.
There was some drawn out scenes of them just doing sign language.
Well, I think it's a way to another way to appreciate storytelling.
Sure.
I think it's another way to involve a part of the population, whether it's small or big, who still have to communicate, who still have to emote, and who still have to actually be a part of what's happening. Like Tessa Thompson's character was deaf in Creed 2. Spoiler alert! Like there's a deaf aspect.
She was speaking.
I'm sorry.
What are we talking about?
She was not deaf. She's hard of hearing, and when they had a baby, they realized that their baby was deaf. So yes, they're probably going to tell that story in the third movie to some degree.
I was expecting it.
And I loved how that part was also a big part. They were talking about his fatherhood journey and what that looked like and what that meant to him. And I thought that was really well done. I think that them showing his relationship with her, it had to include sign language. It had to include that dialogue. It had to be displayed in the way that it did in order for us to see what kind of person or what kind of relationship he had with his daughter. So I think it was necessary. I think it was just enough, and it didn't bother me. But
I and that's the thing. I don't disagree with you about that. I do feel like it was good that they showed it. It needed to be there.
You disagree because you didn't like it.
When it happens too much, there was too many long, drawn-out scenes of it. But for me, that's like a moot point. That's a small issue I had with it. It's not a big problem. There was so much more good with the story. I feel like we're hung up on this deaf thing. So we're good. We can move on.
Absolutely.
So, what about the acting? What about the actors? There was any standout performances to you? Anything? Anybody steal the show?
I mean, everybody did to me. Everybody, literally.
Me,
I mean, even the B cast. I wouldn't even call them B-list artists or B-list actors, because everybody was a star and everybody did their job very well and knew the assignment. You know, so hey,
everybody killed it, man. I was engulfed by the acting. I was enthralled by every line that was said by these characters. I will say Jonathan Majors stole the show for me. He is such a good actor, He's on top of his game all the way. He's great. Mm-hmm. I see why you were perfect on him. I mean, I gave a few looks, myself. I'm just kidding. But no, he did such a good job. His acting was believable. But honestly, I think I told you this in the movie theaters. I think this was Michael B. Jordan's strongest acting performance I've ever seen him in anything that he's done. Yeah. This is his strongest by far. I mean, everything was believable. You felt the pain and the weight in the words that he was saying when he started tearing up a few times. You felt it all. I remember just sitting there like, oh my God. I was literally sitting there. I was like, oh my goodness.
It's high stakes though, because he directed and he didn't want to direct a movie and then poorly act in it. Yeah. Like he had to do it. So he's a good actor already, but it was more reason.
Yeah. Before I forget though, I just wanted to shout out Tessa Thompson as well too, because she did she killed it as well. Same thing with her too.
Felicia
everybody was killing it. I mean,
Duke.
Duke was funny. Yes, Duke was killing it, man. Duke was funny, man. The whole
Duke's
cast,
name?
man.
Because every time I see Duke in another role doing the
what
same.
Team? I just know him from Remember the Titans, man. That's man.
Yeah.
Strong side. No. Okay. I thought we had something.
I'm with you, but I'm just trying to get dude's name. Woody Harris.
Woody Harris?
Wood. Is it Wood or Woody? Wood. His name is Wood.
Wood Harris. Maybe that's the nickname or something. Either way, good, phenomenal actor. Everybody did a great job, man. I really enjoyed this movie. Yeah. Like I said, small pet peeves. I took umbrage with the the I took issue with that the final fight, and a few other things we'll get into on the spoiler review. But ultimately, this movie was a 9 for me. 9 out of 10. It was great. I don't really have much it was, and like I said, my issues are small nitpicks for the most part. Outside of that, great.
Yeah, and for me, it was definitely a strong movie as well. I would go see it again, even though I know the whole storyline, the whole outcome, everything. And it was a good time at the movies.
It was a very good time.
It was like you were entertained, you were into the scenes, into the boxing matches, into every single piece of the movie. And that's what I want to go do when I'm at the movies. I don't want to feel drained after. I don't want to feel just like sad or heavy or just like this was a waste of my 2 hours. I left that movie and I felt energized. I
1000%.
was very, very happy with that movie, and I would highly recommend going to see it.
Highly recommend.
Check it out.
Check it out.
It was great.
Go watch it. Real quick before we get out of this one, did the Jonathan Majors body? Did the bodies come through? Did they disappoint?
He was giving body the whole time. Every moment. There was a moment actually in the beginning when he first came onto the scene where he was smaller, and then they showed him get big. Ladies, guys, whoever, whatever you like, if you like body, check out this movie because Jonathan Majors is serving body. 10 out of 10.
I gotta go to the gym. Let's get out of here. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Thank you so much. Let us know in the comment section what you guys thought of the movie. If you have seen it already. If not, go to the theaters, watch it. You're gonna enjoy it. Anyways, guys, have a good one.
Bye.